Hey to all those seeking vibrant health, it's Dr. Rachel Northern right here in my office in Johnsburg at Johnsburg Chiropractic Wellness Center. Today I'm talking about healthy tips, or tips for healthy eating, I should say. And right now, like twice a year, I promote the detox diet, but eating healthy should be all the time. So a couple tips that help a lot of patients is making sure you do the prep work. Make sure that you don't have tempting food if you want to try to go on a elimination diet, detox diet, or just want to eat healthy in general. Like preparation is really important. So first off, the best diet they talk about is the low carb Mediterranean diet, which is just lots of fruits and vegetables, and you can have some grains on this, so we try to advise gluten-free grains. You can have beverages. And overall, it's just most people think, dieting, they think about eliminating stuff. And yes, you should try to minimize sugar, minimize your processed foods. All those things are not healthy for you. But really, there's abundance of foods you can eat when you're trying to be healthy. And so when I talk about that, one thing is like going to the store and prepping, like planning what you want to eat. We have like a bunch of recipes back here. We're trying to help patients in the office eat healthy. And you can Google nowadays so many different recipes on whatever you want. You can put in certain foods and they'll come up with a recipe for you. So there's no excuse really. So really it's doing like taking that time maybe on Sunday or Saturday and just kind of sitting down for 20 minutes and figuring out what you actually want to eat, what foods you like. We could email this to you or text, send it in some kind of format for you if you'd like. If you want to just have a list and go through a list and say, okay, I'm going to buy these foods this week, and then go to the grocery store and make sure you buy the things you like. Okay, if you don't like Brussels sprouts, I don't advise you to start off with eating Brussels sprouts. If you found a recipe maybe that you want to try to see if you like it, that's great. But try to actually start with the healthy foods that you do like. Now, if you don't like any at all, then yeah, you got to start from somewhere. The other thing about healthy eating, most of our society is we eat too much. So this is right here is all these different containers are serving size containers. So this is, green is for vegetables. And I have 2 times on here, not because, we should have 5 to 7 fruits and vegetables a day. That's what they recommend. Actually, they've increased those dosages of how much serving sizes we should have. But it doesn't really take much to get a serving size. This is like a small apple, half a banana, this is vegetables, so just a handful. So I'm just saying the 2 times is you should always have twice as many vegetables as fruit. Most people, if they are trying to eat healthy, they still do twice as many fruit as vegetables. And there's still sugar in fruit. Even though it's more complex sugar, we still want to go with more of the vegetables that are more low glycemic index. And you want to eat more of those, especially those deep leafy greens. So your spinach, your salads, those are really good. So trying to get those in and trying to get several of those compared to one of those. For me, I personally try to have at least 2 meals with salads and lots of vegetables, and I use the fruit as my snack. And then carbs, this one, like I tell people 1 serving of carbs a day. So this could be 1 piece of bread or gluten-free something, your rice, your brown rice, your quinoa, whatever. This is the serving. Now, that's for the whole day. So if you're going to eat it twice, then split that up. But this is why our problem is most of the time we get a whole rice pilaf if we go to a restaurant. Most of the time too, if you eat out, you can make good choices. You can get chicken with, broccoli. And most of the time those are still 2 serving sizes, because right here is about the size what your protein should look like. So if you're getting a chicken breast, that's about like most of the time 2 chicken breasts, or the size of, that's that size there. So you could get 2 servings with 1 chicken breast is the point. So cut that in half, or just, most people go and get this big steak. You're eating 2 to 3 serving sizes of protein. That's not how much protein you should get a day, unless you're like a big bodybuilder or something. So the other thing is also dressing. You try to have dressing on the side. Put it on the side if you go to a restaurant, because this is how much dressing you should have, about 1 ounce. You should not, most of the time when they give you dressing, they drench it on, and that's a lot of extra calories, a lot of sometimes hidden sugars or high fructose corn syrup too as well. So, and then healthy fats. So that's like your egg, olive oil, things like that, avocado too. So maybe a whole avocado is a little maybe too much fat. So just try to be aware of your serving sizes, pay attention, and prep those. You know, using smaller plates has been known to help you eat less as well, because you know you see that space taken up. So I tell people to just try to do half your plate with your vegetables, a little bit of your like carbs or your rice, and then your protein, and then that should be a good balanced, healthy meal. So thanks for listening.